Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a specific message for a specific group of people. So I did channel a bit of information, but we're going to kind of leave it open from there to tap into this energy. And I set the intention that whoever this is going to be for will find this reading. So if you come across it randomly, if it pops up, if you feel pulled in any sort of way to the title or to the thumbnail, then it could be for you. But of course, just take what resonates. If it doesn't fit with you, then it may not be for you. Also, the symbol of a rainbow could be very important here. I actually just posted on my community tab a couple of days ago about a rainbow that I saw. And I think a few people commented that they have been also seeing a rainbow. So if that's the group of you watching, for some of you, if you have recently seen a rainbow, whether it's even online or in real life, then this could also be a confirmation that this message is going to be for you. So I'm just going to channel a bit here, and I do have some cards if I feel drawn to go further into it. So when I tapped in here to the energy, the first thing Spirit told me was for someone, you can't hide who you really are anymore. And I heard something about needing to be themselves, fully and authentically follow the path that you know you are supposed to be on, or the path that you know that you are. And I was seeing also a red dress. So this feels to be a message here for someone who there could be a strong pull that you've been having to be completely, authentically yourself, whether this is just in like a general sense of, your personality, of just who you are, or for some, it could be something very specific that you've been holding back on following for whatever reason. And it feels like it's been nagging at you or pulling at you that this is the path for you to follow. But again, maybe you have not wanted to, or you've been afraid to. And I'm being shown somebody taking a fishing net and casting the net like really wide. And this feels to reach somebody to give you a message to kind of like cast your net wider, so to speak. It does feel too, and I noticed this was here at the bottom when I shuffled, the Northern Lights, and we have dawn. So this feels like a huge message of expansion. And I think that for whoever's going to resonate with this, you have been maybe holding yourself back or playing small, or you have not allowed yourself to cast your net wider, whether that is in, again, the way that you express yourself or the way that you interact with the world, or even something particular that you've been almost like you could have so many more, but you're only limiting yourself to a few things, whatever that means. So maybe it's you need to kind of like extend yourself more outward, or they're showing me a witch here, like a witch hat. So for someone specific, you could be like a spiritual leader, you could be a reader, you could identify as being a witch, but that's just specific for somebody. It just feels like there is this. They're actually showing me somebody coming up from the grave. So I feel like this is kind of like a rebirth for someone. So if you have been feeling that there are parts of you that you're reclaiming, that you're kind of like going through this big rebirth, then I think this is also going to connect with you. And it feels to like this message of like movement, momentum, expansion. They're showing me somebody like jumping from tree to tree. So there's a feeling maybe of playfulness too, of exploration. What else, Spirit? Who needs to hear this? Yeah, this is actually really strong. I just saw somebody turning on like a bunch of lamps, and I'm hearing you light up the world, or you can light up the world. So I feel like this is definitely for a group of souls who have a very bright light, but there has been something that either you have a very specific calling for, that you know you're meant for, and this is like a very undeniable knowing that you have, but you have not allowed yourself to follow it. And it's almost like you've sort of reached the end of not, following that. It's like there's no more dismissing the urge or the call. This could also be whatever it is you currently do. you are, even maybe for some, this could be like global expansion of some sort. Like if that resonates specifically, like maybe your products that you provide or the light that you're able to like, you know, shine outwardly is supposed to be casted wider. And I feel like there's something about someone who has a very bright light here. And for someone specific, I'm being shown that there could have been something healed recently within you where you were put down maybe in the past, or you've been somebody who has not been treated fairly, or maybe bullied, or maybe even just like targeted in some kind of way. And it sort of made you shrink yourself down or not be as bright of a light as you really are. And I'm hearing your spirit guides say that you have reclaimed this, or I'm seeing like a big yes with an exclamation mark. So it's like you've claimed something back, or you're pulling something back. It's like a Queen of Wands energy to me as well. Yeah, and for somebody very specific, this could also find you to give you a very clear message that, let's say it's something specific, like you have been not following a certain path, or you haven't been putting yourself out there, especially if it relates to a certain skill or talent or job or something like that. Spirit's saying that the minute that you're going to actually take the leap to put yourself out there, you're going to see immediate results. And so that could kind of give you a bit of like a message of what's to come, that you are doubting that if you actually were to put that out there, or put yourself out there, or share your voice in whatever way, or your energy, that it wouldn't be received well. But I'm getting someone needs to know that it's going to go very well, or you're going to see a lot of positive feedback. And that's why Spirit really is asking you, I'm hearing you're ready for this now, and you're ready to receive this. It's almost like it's being given all back to you. You're supposed to be receiving as much as you give. Okay, the mermaid flew out. So I feel like something came up about a mermaid a couple of days ago too, but someone here could resonate with mermaid energy, or that could be a specific message for you. What else, Spirit, for whoever's going to resonate with this message here? What do they need to hear? Yeah, I'm hearing your magic is needed. See, we have the brush stroke here, and we have candle. I do feel like this is going to be very strong for somebody. Someone I feel needs to find this to give you like that final push, like you're sort of wavering back and forth, or you're seesawing back and forth on some kind of risk, or taking a plunge with something. And I'm getting that this is going to be your answer, or your indication here. I'm hearing that song too, Have a Little Faith in Me. So I don't know if that's maybe having faith in Spirit, having faith in yourself, or you're kind of saying that to yourself, almost like telling your inner self that, to have a little faith in me. What else, Spirit, for whoever this is for? What else would you want them to know? Anything else you want to say here for whoever needs to hear this? There's something about lights that keeps coming up. Lights, candles, the sun, something about light. What else? Spirit, for whoever this is for, what else do you want to say here? Yeah, there's the sun's splendor. So that's a beautiful card. So there's something about the sun as well. Yeah, so there may not be much else here. I feel like this is kind of a straightforward message here for somebody. And look at this, is at the bottom, we have sunstone. So there's definitely something about the sun, light. It's like this dusting off effect, like dusting off kind of if something was clouding the sun or something was in front of the sun. It feels like this is gone, or it's no more, or something has kind of, this is even, because it almost feels like we're already here, like I'm just sort of in the sun already. And I think that's why there's nothing more coming up, like whoever this is going to be for, like you're already here, you've already reached this point. And that'll make sense for whoever it's for, because it's going to kind of feel like all you have to do now is kind of bask in the sun, or bask in like where you presently are. It feels like there's no more chasing. They're actually showing me like a calmness, like a tranquil sea, and an animal or a dog that was chasing the tail, but then just kind of stops chasing the tail. So there's something that feels very calm and just sort of like you've arrived kind of feeling. So maybe some of you have arrived somewhere. Maybe you've arrived to a new place, or you've arrived to a new kind of spiritual destination. But I think for a lot of you, this is like a deeper thing, to where you have, you've arrived home maybe within yourself, or you are arriving there. And I just think that, again, it seems like this is a message from somebody's spirit team. Something I keep hearing, like, we need your light, or we need something from you, we need your light. So I feel like the last thing that they want to say here is to bask, is the word that keeps coming through, like bask and be present with the energy that you're receiving, but also to be more open and expressive with your light, because you have arrived, whatever that's going to mean. You've arrived to keep getting here. And it feels like it's a certain frequency that you've arrived into. And basically the entire message is to say that there's no more seeking outside of yourself. And so for some, it could even be that you've, in a way, reached not the end really, but the end of this particular chapter of healing, where there's nothing more for you to seek or to chase or to find. And so basically it is about not hiding who you really are, because there's nothing more to heal. There's nothing more to fix. So I really feel like it's gonna kind of click for whoever it's for, because it's gonna kind of feel like you don't need to suppress those parts of yourself that maybe want to come out, because perhaps you've been trying to chase those down, or trying to kind of like attack those parts of you that you didn't feel were worthy enough, or that parts of your gifts or light were shunned in some sort of way. And there's nothing more to find here other than to just express and to just be. And so it's kind of a beautiful moment, I feel. But they want to finalize kind of the message by the first thing that came up, as you can't hide who you are anymore, and someone needs to follow the path that they know that they are. So that's kind of the embodiment of the sun, like you know who you are at the core level, and just kind of following that path. And if it is something in specific for some of you who are going to find this, that you need that answer, or you need that kind of green light to take on this certain path, or take on this certain calling, then this would be for you as well. And we have the starfish at the bottom, which gives me the feeling of like infinite possibilities, of that expansion again. And they're coming in with a side note too, which maybe I'll go into a separate reading for. But for some of you who have been also looking for love, or if you've been hoping to like meet somebody new, or to open your heart to love, there's also this like playful feeling. I keep hearing fun in the sun too. So something definitely about the sun. So maybe there's like a bright day ahead, or bright days are coming, but it feels like it's also maybe a time to rejoice in like the playfulness of connections, and like meeting people, and maybe having someone specific that's coming into your life, or something of the sort. I feel like that. Yeah, here's this red dress and the mandala and the butterfly. So yeah, it's like you're kind of in the clear. They're showing me somebody who's gone through like airport security, and it's like you're in the clear. All checks are kind of clear. So this could even be something within your chakras, something energetically that you've aligned, or you've kind of been aligning to and healing. And there's a feeling of like, definitely for someone, you could be going on a trip or traveling with this like fun in the sun reference. But yeah, I think that's all for the message here. I hope that this could find who it was meant for. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.